Hi everybody, I'm here with another tutorial by the great Loomy Pippi, and this is her Lady Morgana bracelet, and I'm going to attempt to do this bracelet. It's pretty tight. She used a lot of LE. I'm going to use 3 types of LE or limited edition bands, but you also need a mixture of very stretchy bands as well. But I will tell you where you will need those. And I am going to show you how to do this one today. Okay, so I'm going to start off first with, this is the pin bar setup. It's 9 pin bars wide, 2 full loom lengths long. Your first and last are at the same height, then you drop one down, and then you go up one and straight over. So your first 5 in the very center are at the same height. Drop down one, go up one, 9 pin bars, 2 full loom lengths long. So I believe she used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's used like 7 colors. You can pick what you want. I think I'm going to stick to 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 colors is what I'm going to try to do. I don't want too much going on, so I will attempt to do that. So go ahead and grab your colors, and I will be back with the next step. I'm not going to bead the border because I think there's a double border. I may chain it or I may not, just depends. But for this one, I'm not going to bead the border like I normally would do. And so what you're going to do is pick your color. I'm going to drop a band there in the center, okay? And then we're going to go out to the left once or twice, and then we're going to go diagonally to the left and diagonally to the left one more time, okay? Then on this side, you're going to go to the right twice, diagonal, and diagonal. And that's how you're going to start the border, okay? And then you're just going to follow it up till you get to the top, and you're going to stop. I guess I can show you here. You're going to stop at the second pin bar here, and then you're going to go diagonal twice on both sides and then come in to right here, but leave that one. I'll show you when I get to that point, okay? But stop the second pin bar from the top on both sides and then go diagonal twice, okay? So this is what it should look like. I'm going to move this up here. You're going to second peg from the top. You're going to go in diagonally twice on both sides, and then you're going to go in twice from the left and then in twice and end up in that center for that part. Okay, so now we are going to do our single chain going up, and we're going to do it on this third pin bar over from the right and the left. So the third pin bar, you're going to do a single chain going up. I'm going to choose to go ahead and bead that part, and so if you choose not to bead it, you just continue going up, but I'm going to bead it. So I'm going to continue on with my purple. I'm going to do a single or a plain band, and then I beaded up a 6/0 seed bead in the blue, and then I'm going to do a bead, okay? And I'm going to do a plain band, and then I'm going to do this little bead I put on this LE band, and I'm just going to go right here. So I'm debating on whether to just do every band going up or every other band. That's where my debate comes in. And I think I'm just going to continue to do it just like so. And then we'll need a plain band, a blue bead, a plain band, a flower bead. Okay, that's how I'm going to do it going all the way up. So it looks like that. Okay, So I'll do the same thing over here. A plain bead, a blue bead. Did I say a plain bead? A plain band, a blue bead, plain band, flower bead, plain band, blue bead, plain band, flower bead. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and finish that going up to the top. So now I have the single chain going up, and now here is where we're going to put those, like, I call them leaves, but I know they're not leaves. They just, to me, remind me of leaves. I believe they're the same stitch that was also put on, gosh, what was the Pendragon one that Loomy Pippi did. So we're going to go from this corner on this first pin bar, the second peg up, and we're going to do a large stretch. Okay, and then what we're going to do is a diagonal, connecting it to this purple chain. Okay, and then you're going to come back here and do a diagonal right to there, and then you're going to connect it with a long stretch like so. Okay, and then let me see where the next one goes. Well, you'll do the other side, and you'll start right here on this peg, and you'll do the long stretch. Oops. Yeah, long stretch, diagonal, and then you'll come back to this one and do the diagonal, and then a long stretch to connect it all. Okay, that's what it's going to look like right there. Now the next one, I gotta see where we're gonna put this. I believe we're going to skip one. So here's our first one. We started on this peg. We're going to skip one and start the next one right here, and we're going to do the long stretch, diagonal, come back to here, diagonal, long stretch. Okay, and then let me make for certain that's how we're doing it. Yes, so all we'll be doing this exact pattern the whole way up, except for you're going to where you started it, you're going to skip one and go to the next one. So I'll do one more. So we started here, skip one, do one. We're going to do the long stretch, diagonal, come back here, do the diagonal, and finish off with the long stretch, connecting it all. Okay? This side, you're going to, since you started here, you're going to skip one and start here. You're going to do the long stretch, diagonal, and then come back to here and do the diagonal, and then do the long stretch like so. Skip one, do one, long stretch, diagonal, come back to where you started here and do the diagonal, and then the longer stretch to connect it. So if you could do that for me the entire way up the loom. Okay, now that we have it finished, this is how we finish these up here. Okay, you did the long stretch, and then I know this is on the border, but you went ahead and did the diagonal, came back here, did the diagonal and the long stretch. We did that on both sides. Okay, now what we're going to do are half starbursts. Okay, and we're going to do that right, let's see, I'm debating on whether you use the same color that's going to be up underneath here as here. That's what I'm debating, whether I'm debating on whether I should use, because these are my colors, the gray sweets and the white, oh, what do we call that? Glitter white. Okay, so I guess I will just go with my gut and use the gray. Gosh, my gut. I don't know if my gut's telling me right. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just go with the gray. And then I was going to do white here on the sides of the little diamond shapes in the center. So maybe we'll be okay. So, okay, on this second pin bar, right here, second pin bar, the second peg up, starting right here, we're going to do our half starburst. So we're going to go up, and even though this one's going to be layered right on top of it, it's okay. And you're going to go to the left, or diagonally to the left, diagonally to the right. And I'm going to try my best to keep these from twisting too terribly much, although I don't think it really matters. Why am I wanting to go? I almost feel like I need to go with the white right here. Only because these are really super dark. You know what? I'm going to take this off and I'm going to go with my white. But all you're doing is half starburst. So I will show you again. I'm going to do my white. That way it'll make it pop maybe a little bit more. So right here, we're going to go up, diagonal, plus these glitter white bands, silicones, they stretch a lot. And I know this is the area where you're going to need good quality stretchy bands. Okay, so you did a half starburst. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then you're going to down to the left, diagonal to the left, and you're going to go diagonally to the right, and then you're going to go straight up. Okay, and you're going to follow that pattern. So this one you went straight up, diagonally to the left, diagonally to the left, and then straight up. And then right here is where you started your continuing on with your half starburst, except for you're not going up one more. This is going to be considered your one going up, and then you're going to go to the left, straight up. So now we're going to go to the left, diagonal, and then straight up. Okay? And so this is the pattern. Make sure you're pushing your bands down as you go, because I'm sure there's going to be lots more bands on. And then diagonally once again, diagonal, and then one up. Okay, so that's the pattern going up that side. Okay, so we shall do that all the way to the top. Okay, and this one on this side, we're going to start right here on the second pin bar from the right, second peg up, and we're going to go up. Just want to make sure I push my bands down. And we're going to take it out to the right, diagonal, diagonally to the upper right, and straight up and down. Okay. Get some more bands. Okay. And now we're going to go diagonally down, diagonally up, and straight up and down. Diagonally down, or to the right, upper right, straight up. Make sure you push all your bands down. So then we're going to do lower right, diagonally upward to the right, straight up and down. Okay? And then I'll do one more, diagonally to the right, diagonally to the right, and straight up. So, finish that pattern all the way to the top if you do not mind for me. Thank you. Do the exact same thing you did here, but it's going to go over one more, okay? And this is the part This is the part that's going to be where that purple is, okay? That's laying next to the silver LE is going to be that purple. That's what we're going for right now. Okay, so we'll do the same thing. So for this one, I am going with, I can't believe I found they quit making this LE too, in this blue. They only make the light one, but I'm going for the dark blue LE, okay? And so basically what you're going to want to do, let me get to the point where we start this one, okay? Which is going to be right here, right where that single chain going up is. We're going to go another one directly over it, to the left, and straight up like a half starburst, and then you're going to start your half starburst again, okay? But that's going to be considered your one going up, okay? So after we do that, you're going to do the same thing you did here, and you're going to go diagonally down to the left, diagonally up to the left, and straight up, okay? Diagonally down to the left, diagonally up to the left, and straight up and down. So we just got done doing this in the white, so I'm not going to go that far here. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, which is going to be going straight up on that pin, which is the third pin bar over. And then you're going to go diagonally down to the right, diagonally up to the right, and straight up and down. Okay, then you're going to go diagonally down to the right, diagonally up to the right, and straight up and down. We'll do one more, diagonally down, keep them in the proper order and push your bands down, diagonally to the upper right and straight up and down. So I'm going to have you finish that part all the way up the loop. Now we're going to work on that pattern. So she had the gold as on the top of the pattern and she had black as the bottom. I think what I'm going to do is have the same way, but I'm going to have blue. Did I decide to do blue with black? I think that's what I'm going to do. So let me grab some more blue because I ran out. But I got my stash replenished. Okay. I know it looks like a lot of blue, but a lot of this blue won't show. So what I'm going to do, actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do the blue. We're going to do the blue. And we're going to start here on the 1, 2, 3, 4th pin bar over. We're going to go out diagonally to the right twice, like so, and then diagonally the other direction twice. I do believe we're going to do that the entire way up the loom. So yes, we are. So that's it. So finish that to the very top of the loom. When you get up at the top, you'll only be crossing over once. You'll only be crossing over once at the very top. Okay, so finish that. So now we want to take the same color, and we're going to go right here, skip one and go right here, and go the other way. 2 to the left. So you're making a diamond shape. Okay. And just do this the entire way up the loom. Oops. Okay, and you'll just be making little diamonds all the way up to the top. Okay, so it should end like this in a diamond. Okay, so now I'm going to have black that's going to lay up underneath. It's going to cross up underneath. I'm going to do that in the black. And so right here in the dead center, we're going to go out towards the left, and then go in to the right twice, and then go to the left twice, Okay, and you're just going to do that pattern to the end as well. We're going to do the same thing. You're going to come right from this center, okay, where it connects that black one, and we're going to go out to the right and then to the left twice. Okay, right twice, left twice. Okay, so you're just doing the black diamonds all the way up the center as well. So finish that part up, please. Okay. Now we're going to fill in this part here, and you need good quality stretchy bands as well. I'm going to use 300 count gray sweets, and we will going to start off here on this 4th pin bar, and we're going to do a diagonally out to the left, and then we're going to do a very long stretch, so up to this 3rd peg. Okay, and then you're just going to try to keep them as neat as possible. You're going to just cross over and make that X, and then let's see here, and then where this connects, you're going to go up one, okay, and then you're going to cross over, and where this connects here, just think of these long stretches are going to be parallel to one another, okay, and then this one will just cross over, and then you go right here, and you're doing the long stretch. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that. And on this side, we're going to start off right here, and we're going to go diagonally to the left, or to the right, and then we're going to do a long stretch to the left. Okay, grab some more bands. Okay, then you're going to cross over to make the X, and then that long stretch you're going to be parallel, so you need to do right here, like so, and then cross over. Then you have to do another long stretch, which will be right here, and then cross over. Okay, so do that the whole way down, please. Okay, so when you get up to the top, this is going to be my long stretch here and then my short stretch. Okay, and what she wants me to do is we have to connect this and bring it up to the border. So we're going to do a small stretch to make it do that. Okay, long stretch, short stretch. Now we got to go from here and do a short stretch, which is the diagonal over. So that's what it should look like. Okay. All right. Now I'm wondering if we aren't finished laying the bands. No, we are not done laying the bands. So I am going to pick out another color, figure out what I'm going to do, and I will be right back. We've got to fill in this center part that's going to show up underneath these diamonds. So now we have to fill in this whole center part. It's a lot of bands. I hope this is going to lay flat because I use quite a bit of LEs. Okay, so here's your center. You're going to go up to the second one because we're going to make a starburst. Okay, and right here is where we're going to start. We're going to go out towards the right. And we're just going to do like a starburst. Yep, we're just going to do a starburst. So straight up and down. And I'm using glitter white again. I'm going to tie this side into the center. Okay. Straight up. Okay. And now we'll go up to the next one. I think we're going to need a cat bands on here. So I guess we can wait until the end to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip one and go up to here, and we'll do our start again. So our starburst, so they're all connecting. Push all my bands down. And to the left and straight up and down. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing, is starburst all the way down the center. I can do one more with you. So we're going to skip one up to here, start of our next starburst. There you go. And you're going to do starburst all the way down till you get to the end. And when you get to your last starburst right here, we're going to go straight up. Okay? And then we're going to go out to the right. To the right over. Okay, and then we're going to go from the center out to the left, and then out all the way straight over to the left. And I think that's it. So this last starburst, you will go out to the right diagonally, to the right straight over, and then you'll come back to the center and go diagonally to the left and straight over to the left. Okay, and that is the very last thing as far as that goes. It should look like that. Okay, now what we need to do is put a double border on it. I need to check and see what bands I have left that I can throw on a double border. Hold on. Okay, honestly, you can put a double border. You don't have to, but for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to do it exactly how she said and put a double border. I don't have enough of my onyx to put a border, so I'm going to just use the opaques. And I'm just going to go from the center out to the left. And just follow this border. Like so, and then straight up. Well, I miss using opaques. I wish they were prettier, but they go on so easily. They're not too thin, not too thick. I just wish they were different colors. Although black, who doesn't like black? Okay, so finish your double border all the way to the top. My double border on now. We need to put our, in between each starburst, you've got to do your triple cap band. So I'm going to go triple right there, and the center of every starburst. Okay. And I'm going to finish those all the way down. And then we can turn our loom around. Cap bands on, and you need to put one right here and right there. Now we're ready to turn the loom around. And we need a cap band right here, which I'm going to do in my black opaque. Okay, and now we are ready to loom out the double border. So you're just going to go in to the cap band and loom out your double border. Now, honestly, if you do not plan to chain the border, you really don't need a double border because you don't really see a whole lot of it. Now, if you chain it, you'll see this double border color and, you know, this purple color you would see in between your chaining. But if you're not chaining it, then you really don't need to. So you could actually leave out this step, but since she had it in here, I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. You never know who wants to learn how to chain, and if you do, there is a on my channel is a tutorial on how to chain a double border, and it's a concept by Nick Saley 22, so you should be able to find that on my channel if you would like to chain it. Okay, so finish your double border, please. Is we are going to loop out our starburst in the center. So there's one here and one here. So we're going to have to go in to this one, and the first band that's on top will go out to your right. Next band on top will go diagonal. Next band will go out to your left. And then the next one will go diagonally downward. And then I do believe we are bringing this one straight down. Okay. And then let me see how she does this. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's how it's going to look, just like so. Okay, now you're going to leave this one because you're going to go in through the cap band, get that top band, and you're going to bring it down. And then get the next band on top, diagonal to the right, straight over to the right, diagonally. So you're going counterclockwise all the way around. Okay, and so that's what it should look like. So you're going to go up to the next one and do the same thing. This will get brought down, and then you'll just go, whatever band is on top will go back to itself, which should be all clockwise, counterclockwise. So I'm going to go off camera, finish all of my starbursts down the center, and then I will be back for the very next step. So I finished doing all of those. Okay, so now I'm ready to do these gray bands on either side. And what we're going to do is get this band that's on the bottom. Okay, so we're going to go through this cap band, grab this band, bring it back to itself. I should have pushed the bands down, but of course I didn't. Okay. Now we're going to go in through this peg and grab the one that, make sure you get the right one, that goes out to the left. Okay. And then, let's see here. We're going to go back into this peg and grab the long stretch, and we're going to bring it up to the long stretch. And now we're going to grab this band, which is right here, and go out diagonally to the right. And then we're going to come over here and grab, I might have to stand up to be able to see what I'm doing, if I can get the right band. This long stretch will go up like so. And then we'll do the short stretch, which will be right here. And then we will do the long stretch. And we will do this all the way up the loom. Diagonal, long stretch, diagonal, long stretch. Okay, and you will finish that all the way to the top. Okay, and for this right hand side, we're going to grab, for some reason this is showing the top band getting put over. I don't know, it's a little weird, but I'm just following the flipogram. So we're going to go from this peg over to the right, and then over here we're going to grab this small diagonal and put it right there. We're going to come back to this peg and we're going to get that long stretch and bring it up, okay? And then we'll go right into this peg, diagonal, drop one, grab this one and do the long stretch. Drop one and do this diagonal from right here, drop one and get the long stretch. Drop one, do the diagonal, drop one to here, get the long stretch, okay? Drop one, diagonal, drop one to here, and get the long stretch. So you'll do that the entire way up, please. Okay. Now we're ready to tackle these blue bands. And so what we're going to do is we are going to come in through this third pin bar, second peg up, and go in through here and grab it, and we're going to bring this downward. Just like so. Then we're going to go back into it and bring this back to itself, and then this one will go straight up. Okay, so it is a half starburst. Okay, and then what we're going to do is go in through this where we ended and bring this one down to the left, back to itself. Go back in, back to itself, go back in, back to itself. Okay, and then we're just going to keep doing it. So after we get that part done, we're going to go in through here, back to itself, keep going into the same one, back to itself, go in, back to itself, diagonal, and straight up and down. And you'll do that all the way up the loom. On this side, you're going to go in through this third pin bar from the right, second peg up, and you're going to grab this one and bring it down, and then bring these ones back to themselves. Just follow it around to a half starburst. Okay, now you're going to go in where you left off, and then whatever band you have on top, which is going to go to your right, you just grab the band that's on top and it goes back to itself. Okay, and where you end, you're going to go back in through that peg and do the same thing and just bring it all the way around. Okay, and then go back in, back to itself. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera, finish this one as well because it's pretty monotonous, and finish that to the very end, please. Okay, we finished it on both sides. Now we've got to do this section. So we're going to do the same thing as we did here. We're going to go in, bring this one down, and then just do our half starbursts. Like so. Okay, and then you're going to go in through here and then pull these back to themselves. Like so. Then you're going to go back in through here and everything goes back to themselves. Okay, now we've done this already, so I'm going to go off camera. I'll show you this one side. And we're going to go in through the center here and bring this one down. It's the only one we're going to do that for. And then we'll go in and get the next band that's in line, which is this one. And then just keep going in and following it around. Go into this peg, grab that white band, and then keep going in that same peg and bringing it back to itself. Okay, so go ahead and do that part to the very end, please. Okay, now we have, you know, those little, what I call leaf things that are up that I did in black. That's what's going next. So we're going to have to, let's see, I'm trying to see where the first one is. Okay, so it will be on this third pin bar. We're going to go in and we're going to grab that black band, and it's a diagonal, I do believe. Yes, or a long stretch. And then we're going to go in to this one and get the diagonal one. Okay, so from here to there to there. Okay, and then we're going to go back into this one, grab the diagonal, and then the long stretch where it connects. Okay, so it'll look like that. Okay, so the next one up is the same way. You're going to go in through this peg right here, grab this one, do the long stretch, go into there and get the diagonal, come back down here, grab the next one, do the diagonal, and then do the long stretch where it all connects. Okay, very simple. I'll go on to this side because I think it's pretty self-explanatory. And we are going to go into this third pin bar from the right, and we're going to grab that band that is the long stretch and then go into this one and bring it over to the border. Go back into this peg and get the one that goes diagonally to the right and go into this one and connect it where, okay, so we'll go up to this one and we'll go in and we'll grab this one and we'll do the long stretch, diagonal to the border, come back down here, and we'll do the diagonal and then the long stretch where it all connects. Okay, so you're going to do that all the way down. The next thing we're going to do is that single chain going up. We're just going to do the single chain, okay, which is this purple, and we're going to do it on each side. So just bring it up like normal, going straight up the loom. Okay, we'll work on this side and do both. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and we'll finish that up. Okay, after you get the single chains done, we're going to work on our center, the black diamond ones. We're going to do one side and then we'll come back and do the other side. Okay, and so I think what we're going to do is go through this peg first. This is the one we're going to do, which is going to be the band that's on top. Okay, and we'll just bring it to the center. Okay, let me just check something. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why it's showing something different here. It's showing her. Okay, it's showing going from the left side going up and then taking it from the right side going up. But I think I'm not 100% sure. Let me find out real quick. I'm right. So what we're going to do is start over here on the fourth pin bar, and we're going to grab that black band and go to the right, so because that's the first band that's on top. And then we'll go in from this center peg and we'll get the next band that's on top, which will be the one that's going. So we're going to work like this going up, and then we'll come back and work this side. So we're going to go from here, diagonal twice, and then we'll go into this peg and we'll go diagonal twice the other direction. So however this pattern's going to where the band that's on top is the one that you're grabbing. You're just following the zigzags, just like so, all the way up. So start here, go here, 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 and work your way all the way to the top. Okay. We did that. We are going to go the other way. Okay, hold on. So we're going to go in from this peg and we're going to come towards that center again. Okay, go in, and we're just going to follow the same way. Okay, and now we're going to go, just grab, continue on, diagonal twice, going back into here, and go diagonal twice, and diagonal twice. And just do this. If I grab the right band, hold up, all the way up the loom to make your nice little diamond. Okay, I don't know why this thing is starting to get loose on me, but you're just going to cross over the rest of your diamonds. So now we're going to go in through this middle one, and we're going to grab that top band, and it's going to go out towards the left. So now we're going to do this left side. So we'll go here, and then we'll just carefully, because there's lots of bands, you're going to do this side, just carefully getting it done though. Make sure you're grabbing the right band. You're going to do just like you did the black band, and diagonal, grab the right band twice. And you're going to do your little zigzag going all up on one side, and then you're going to come back here, and once you get that done, and then bring your, just very carefully, because there's lots of bands. I don't want to pop a band, but that's basically what you're doing, the exact same way you did the black. You're just picking it up and crossing over and making your zigzags. Okay, so finish your diamonds up the center. So now we got done. Now that we're done and we're rocking the boat, we are going to go in and do our border, because that's all that's left. So we'll grab this band from the center and work it all the way over, and then you work it all the way up the sides. Okay, so you'll do the same right here. And just work it, and then when you get to the very top, you're just going to bring it up to the center, and meet me up there with a C-clip, and we'll take it off the loom. So, well, I thought I got a C-clip, but apparently I didn't. I've got a whole bunch of them, but for whatever reason I misplaced my little container. So you need a purple band. You want to go through all, oh actually you don't even need a purple band. I forgot that we put this one down here. See this one? So you're going to go through all these bands and grab that purple band and bring it up and put it on your hook. Then take a C-clip and place it on there, like so. I'm going to go ahead and take it off. Then you can look down the side and make sure it's all been loomed up. And it looks like it has, so we should be okay. Now basically all we have left is to take it off the loom. So I would say to go ahead and be really gentle getting these off of your, loosen the tension on both sides. Okay, and then I'm sure you know how to take it off the loom by this time. You can just go down to the next row and the next row, or take it off singly just like this. Whatever works for you, as long as you get it off without, don't rip it off. Always with the hook. Okay, so I'm going to take mine off and we'll see what it looks like. Just got it off the loom. Sorry, I have my fan going in the background. So this is what it looks like. It's really pretty, although I will say, ooh, did I snap a band there? No, I didn't. It just needs to get popped in place. It's very thick, and I'm not liking my color choice for the purple. I wish I would have just stuck with black and black going up and kept the blue. I'm just not a fan of the purple, but that's just out of my color element. It tends to want to curl just ever so slightly up because the bands are so thick, so maybe not using LE is the way to go. I probably used way too many LEs. So there we go. So I've got a ton of bands. As you can see, all these bands need to be fixed, and that's going to be a hard one. So I will have to save that for later when my fingers aren't hurting so bad. And I'm going to move the beads into the center of the bands. So this is, let's see here, a design made by Loomy Pippi, and it's called Lady Morgana, and it's a series that she's got paired up with the Pendragon, and she's got a couple other ones that she's gonna put out all within that series. And anyhow, I hope you like it, and I hope you decide to make one maybe with less LEs to not make it so tight. And give her a follow, and you can also, if you like this tutorial, you can give me a thumbs up. And I'm on Instagram as an Artisan Loom, and also on Facebook as Artisan Loom Bead Queen. Okay guys, until next time, take care. Bye.